Hi guys, this is my Ibanez GRX70QA-TRB that I got from Amazon. Alright, and before I go any further, I'm going to show you my biggest complaint about this guitar. I'm not going to put this on the whammy bar. When you put it on and lock it, that's as far as it goes. It should be down here. Okay, and you know, I don't use it all that much, and it is very stiff, so you're going to have to loosen up the springs in here. Alright, that's my biggest gripe about this guitar, probably the only gripe. And the stuff you see here, that's a little graphite lube that I put on my nut. I didn't get it all off, so don't worry about that. That's not the fretboard. So okay, so let me say I was leery to buy a guitar online. I've never done it, and I've heard some real horror stories about them. So, but I figured I'd take a chance. And my biggest fear about buying this guitar was fret sprouts, F-R-E-T sprouts, and it didn't happen. I can run my fingers down the neck here, and it's perfect. All right. Now, if I move my fingers in a little bit, I can feel very, very little, but not enough to really affect me, okay? And I did put new strings on this. These are brand new strings because I didn't know how long the other strings are on there. You know, they could be all stretched out and not hold tune. And I will say this guitar does hold tune really good. The tuners are pretty good. You know, I tuned it last night, and all I had to do was, you know, retune it a little bit this morning because I turned my heat way down, you know, and that makes the string shrink a little bit. And the color is not the same as what you see in the picture. I mean, it's close. You know, it all depends on what kind of light you got on it. Sometimes it looks like a reddish orange or you know, a reddish brown or something like that. And it's got a nice finish. I think it could be a little more glossier because it does show every little fingerprint, but now what are you going to do about it? Now, this knob here works great. This knob here wants to hang up on me a little. I've been working on it, and it's getting better. The 5-way selector switch works great. Got a humbucker, single coil humbucker. The bridge is pretty good. And if you do use the whammy bar, this is pretty stiff. So you might have to open up the back and, you know, loosen up the springs a little if you want. Okay, and what I like most about this guitar, well, not most, but I really like is the pattern on the neck. Now this is the maple neck, and that pattern just blows me away. You know, some guys might like it, some guys will just say, you know. And the guitar came flawless. No scratches or dings or anything. I mean, I got a couple of things here, but this is covered in plastic. So I'm just going to leave it on there. I'm not even going to worry about it. And this got plastic on there. And I'm also going to not worry about that. So, like I said, I got new strings. Alright. The tuners work pretty good. The guitar's real easy to string. Well, if you can't string a guitar, then you shouldn't even have one. And my only major complaint is about the whammy bar. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up to my amp and give you guys a sound demonstration, alright? And you might want to put on headphones for the sound demonstration because this camera isn't the greatest, and it only picks up so much sound no matter how high I turn up my amplifier, alright? So let me hook up my amp and my guitar, and I'll be right back at you. Oh, and I just want to mention one thing. The amplifier I'm going to be using, it's got a 10-inch speaker, alright? Because that's what the majority of people have. And if I play it through a 12-inch speaker, it's going to sound completely different. And you might buy it and then say, hey, how come it doesn't sound, you know, like it does on the video? Alright, be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Now, I did have to loosen up the truss rod, maybe a quarter of a turn, and I raised the action on these two strings. And they sound pretty good. Now this guitar does have a little twang to it. Alright, so I'm going to start out with the bridge pickup, which is the humbucker right here. Hope you can see that. And I'm just going to play arpeggios, nothing fancy. I'm not going to use overdrive because not all overdrive pedals sound the same. So, you know, if you use one today and a different one tomorrow, it's going to make your guitar sound different. So I'm just going to play clean. Like I said, just pick on some chords and stuff so you get an idea what it sounds like. Alright, now this is the bridge. Oh, and I do have my gain turned up halfway. That might make it sound a little twangy. Okay. Now we'll go to the next position, which splits the humbucker, and you're using the one coil from the humbucker and the middle pickup. All right. Hold on, it gets a little crowded down here and I'm not the greatest player anymore. Okay, now this is the middle pickup. Okay, now we'll go to the next position, which splits the neck pickup into single coil, and it uses middle pickup plus single coil neck pickup. And this is the neck pickup by itself. It really picks up some volume there. Just thought I'd throw that in. Anyway, like I said, I'm really impressed with this guitar, except for the whammy bar, okay, and this knob being a little stiff. Everything else perfect. No fret sprouts, that holds tune, and I love the pattern on the neck. It's a maple neck. And by the way, this is a poplar body, Poplar. I think that's how you spell it. And like I said, the color isn't the same as you see on the computer. Like right here, it looks a little different than it does in my bedroom, with the light on it. But yeah, it's a keeper. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you later. Bye bye.